Happy Tuesday, guys. Man, it is a gorgeous day today, man. Weather is perfect. So I went and I took my daughter to school this morning, which I rarely do. She wanted to get some extra sleep, and her mom's out of town, so she can get over with certain things with me, right? Of course, daddy's girls. So I took my daughter to school this morning, and as I'm driving, you just see like a whole line of cars that are heading towards the interstate, and there's a high chance that most of these individuals was going to work. And guys, I'm sitting there looking, like, man, I'm about to go drop my daughter off. I'm about to go back home. Right now our business seasonal, so business is a little slow right now. I want to go back home, get back in the bed. My wife is out enjoying, a girls' trip in New Orleans, and life is good. Life is good, but it was a once upon a time. It wasn't like this. And as I'm looking at all these people that get up every single day and have to go punch in a clock, have to go like again, I'm not saying, see the guys, one thing, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with working, because we all work. I don't care if you're a business owner, I don't care if you're a politician, I don't care if you're an athlete. You go to work, every day. I mean, we all work, right? I mean, work is a part of life. But I was asking myself, like, is that the real American dream for most people that have to get up every day? Usually Monday through Friday, the typical 9 to 5, and go punch in a clock and have to work. You know, just to be able to pay rent, pay a mortgage, you know, pay a car note, raise their kids, do the best that they can do. Is that the true American dream? And I asked myself that. And you see it all the time on social media. You see it all the time on the internet. Most people don't want that life. You know, but they need it. See, and that's when I start, those are sometimes the things that really make me appreciate, not to say I don't appreciate, my life and my business, because man, this is a blessing. But when you look at other people's circumstances and you see what other people are going through, it's like, man, I'm really doing well, because it's not, see guys, it's not so much the money, even though the money is important. Money is very important. um to me, it's the freedom. People ask me all the time, Courtney, what's one of the biggest benefits of having your own business or even being self-employed? Me, it's the freedom, because like I said, man, it's like me and my wife, even our with our daughters, even though they're getting older, they don't really like to hang out with us as much. But it's such a blessing, and we can just say, hey, let's go out of town this weekend, let's go out of town next weekend. I like right now, my wife, she's out of town enjoying her life and her family, her cousins on a little girls trip. um that is, to me, one of the blessings of being self-employed or being a entrepreneur. And I think so many people would love that opportunity, because when you think about it, I was telling a buddy of mine earlier, I said, a lot of people get out here and they go to work for someone, and you know they need that job. They need that job to live. Most people just need a job just to survive, just to pay bills, right? But when you are a business owner, and especially in my type of business, where we do home services, a client can fire us or decide not to use our services. But guess what, guys? We got thousands of more clients that we can serve. But when you go to a company and that's your only source of income, that's your only source of opportunity, to me, that's scary, because it happens every single day where people come into work, they get laid off, they get fired, company goes under, and they are they're afraid. They don't know what to do. They don't know how they're gonna, where their next paycheck is gonna come from. So I just want to say, man, like this whole American dream thing. Go to college, go to school, go to college, get a degree, get a job, raise a family, have kids, get a mortgage. Is that the true dream? I think it's really time to start changing the narrative. It's not about the American dream, but to me, it's so much about our own personal desires and our own personal dreams. And you see it all the time. You see it all the time, and it's like, why are people afraid to live their own dream? Go out here and you know put in the work for themselves. And again, guys, I'm not saying that you know not working for someone is a bad thing, but there's a lot of people out here that just doesn't fit that category, but they don't know what else to do. Like, they have an idea, they know they can start their own business, but a lot of people don't even know where to start. For myself, high school dropout, 10th grade. Unfortunately, this country, when you don't, follow, the rules, and you gotta graduate high school, and you gotta go to college and get a degree just to live a good life. A lot of us have bent the rules. We have broken that cycle. And I think sometimes for a lot of us, it takes that. It takes sometimes you have to be forced. Your back has to be against the wall. And guys, I'll tell you, man, myself, it was not an easy journey. It was not an easy walk. But one thing I will say, God gave me that vision. And that's all I need. That's all I need. He shows me the outcome. And that's what you got to connect with. You got to connect with the source. You got to connect with God. Ask God to give you a vision. Ask God to lead you. All right. He's not gonna show you what you're gonna go through, because if he did, a lot of us wouldn't go through it because it's scary. And I know on this journey, my own journey, man, it has been struggles, it's been battles, it's been a fight, and I'm still a work in progress, guys. But to see how far I've come, in my life, in my business, in my marriage, just my overall, appearance, presence, my overall presence to this world, it has just been an amazing transformation. The type of people that I'm connected to now, the type of opportunities that I have, the type of opportunities I'm able to give to someone else, I just never would have thought. Someone would have told me 20 years ago I would be doing what I'm doing now, traveling, teaching, coaching, successful business. Like I say, man, not on someone else's time. My wife, she doesn't have to work for anyone anymore because, back was against the wall, and just came out with just ambition, a lot of drive, and just a good vision that God gave me. So I just want to just encourage anybody out there, if you know deep down that the typical American dream is not for you, guys, it's time to really start seeking your own dream, okay? Creating your own opportunity. Because I say this all the time, there are so many people that go to the graveyard with just hopes and dreams. And unfortunately, man, it's sad, but it doesn't have to be that way. And I know for me, it was not going to be that way, because that was one of my worst fears, is giving up on myself, giving up on my dreams, and going to the graveyard with those hopes and dreams and never bringing them to a reality. So, all right, guys, thanks again.